Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off the Tinker Day. Dealing with radio lighting. This display is impossible to see at night if you need the backlight lit on it. This one was out. My friend here at Swedish Car Pots has them, sell them 10 at a pack. So we got that little bulb out. We're going to solder the replacement one in. If you got one of these situations and you want to mail it to me or mail it to Alex, we'll be glad to take this thing apart, solder it in, get it back to you. Now, if you send it to Alex, you'll get it back quick. If you send it to me, you might be several months waiting on your return radio. So it's best to have me send you a radio and then send me yours back as a cord. But anyway, let me continue. Get this light bulb changed. One of the issues you have with doing this job is the holes not being opened up because of the solder. So you need some desoldering wick. You put that on there and it picks the solder up. And then you have your hole that you need. So get you some desoldering wick. And you a nice clean hole. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. So there it is. It is going in the hole. Look at that go down there. Nice and slow.
To clean it up with acetone.
Whenever you're done soldering something, it's a good idea to clean it up with some acetone.
So get rid of this residue here.
Okay.
Some little brush, little
acetone on the brush. Oh man, it looks cleaner already. Man, it looks like new. Get rid of all that smoke. Cool. So after you get your light in there, you want to get your phone or something, take a picture, zoom it in, magnify it so you can make sure that the solder is not touching each other so that it doesn't just short out whenever you plug that thing in. Then you want to snip off those little wire leads and you'll be all done. We are about to test our light bulb repair. You could do the temporary radio code bypass by holding in the number 6 and then cutting the power on. There it is. The radio's on. Let's see if it's got any lights in it. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. And it has light. We did a good job. Let's go grab the next radio. Got 2 more 30-year-old radios. I need to see if they're any good. Actually, they're 28-year-old radios. So let's hook them up, see if they work. I didn't hear this one come alive when I plugged it in, but I do see the flashy red light. So there is a chance. The code is on the top, 5522. We'll see if that works. Then we'll hit it with a CD. And we'll hit it with a cassette tape. See if those 2 features work. So let's power it on. Hey, I see the light already in it. 5522. This is probably one I had in one of my cars in the past. So yes, that works. Let's see how many lights are out in it. Let me try to see here. I do hear the radio. Scan. Not finding no radio stations manually. Man, a good song. First try. Alright, let's see if we can see what bulbs are out in what quadrant. I only got 2 bulbs working in this one. In this quadrant and in the display. Those are the 2 bulbs working. Let's see if the cassette works and or the CD player. So we got a store-bought CD. Back in these days, the players were made to try to avoid people from playing bootleg CDs. So it may not work. Let's see what happens. Oh man, spit that thing right out. CD player may not work. Strike two. Let's try one more time. All right, we're going to call that a no-go on the CD player. Let's see if the cassette works. Nope, cassette doesn't work either. It's going back and forth. It can't even give it back. All right, we're going to call this a bad cassette and a bad CD player. Let's try the CD player one more time. Oh, that's a pain in the butt trying to get that out of there. Let's see what I got. We'll try to dig it out with a couple of tools. Not sure how long I've had this one, but it's got a radio mod on it. I can see the cable there. Somebody did the mod to make it run off of a little phone jack. Next one looks like it was purchased from Pretty Girl from eBay. 5244 is the code on it. Let's see if it works. I can see a light in there already. And it looks like it does light up. Code works to unlock it. I do hear sound. Not picking up any radio stations, but it seems like the radio does work. Picks up radio. Let's see if it'll play a CD. Ooh, that's nasty. It's keeping my CD. Not even spitting the thing back out. Well, that sucks. Let's test the radio feature. Cassette feature. Look like it might actually be playing. Power it up, see how it sounds. The cassette works. So I'm gonna leave this one in for the time being, even though it sounds like my driver's door speaker is in-op. I'm gonna test the other stereo to see if that's the case and use this one until I get the CD fixed. That's that. Thanks for watching. Oh, let me check the light bulbs on this thing. See what light bulbs are out. It looks like all the light bulbs work, so that's a good thing. Let me get the CD out of this thing, give it back to my buddy, and call this a day. Gas gauge is going bonkers. I just pumped $91 worth of gas in the tank, and it's reading empty. What is going on here? See how long this thing takes to register. Register. It's moving up a little bit. Some recording going on with my car. I know you can't see me, I'm busy. Yeah. This really happened when I let this fuel level get very low. I just pumped 17 gallons into the car. So it was near the bottom, but heck, it's reading the third right now. It should have popped up and read the rest already. Let's see how it is after I get out of the car and get back in it here in a few minutes. I'm gonna shut the car off. We are here with Irvin with his beautiful Riviera and his V70R. Man, this thing had a brake line failure and looks like the tire was rubbing it. The wheel was. Rubbed the hole right through it. So we got a braided steel line from Swedish Car Parts that actually fits the 940s that we're going to replace this thing with and tie it out of the way. So let's see if we can get this dog loose. Looks like somebody's been spraying it with something. Came off nice and easy. 14 there. That's held in by a bracket. 11 there. We got the bleeder loose, got it bled, so should be good to go. Looks like it's holding out of the way. Putting the wheel back on. Got the wheel on. That line ain't even close. Got an inch clearance. We are good to go. Now we're gonna get this thing up a little higher. See about replacing this condenser. Yep. We are looking to repair the AC in here. Part 2 of this visit, and he thought he remembered his mechanic saying that the condenser was leaking. I don't see any evidence of enough damage to make one leak or any leak the fluid on there. So we're going to put on some UV light in the goggles, see if we can see any evidence, and then we're going to check the evaporator because these things were built broke for evaporators. And I did notice that on both sides of here, this bumper is not installed properly. They didn't get the tabs in the channels on both sides of this thing. That would suck this in just a little bit tighter, but let's grab the black light and the glasses. We've seen a lot of green inside that evaporator. So we're gonna pull a vacuum on it, see if it holds a vacuum for any amount of time and go from there. But it does need an evaporator. Pulling down vacuum, see how long it's gonna hold. Hey, I still got oil in my vacuum pump at least. Looks like I'm getting more oil in my vacuum pump. I probably need to clean that oil out of my vacuum pump. So it is holding some vacuum, leaked just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and service this thing and see how long it lasts, even though we know there's some juice on the evaporator. It may not be that bad, so we're gonna service it and see. That's it for today's video. Got a few things taken care of, tinkering around with the radio, messing around with the fuel gauge on my car. Hopefully I can get that sorted out, and then of course whatever else is in the video. But if you need to contact me, it's best to call or text. If you're in another country, WhatsApp is a good method to contact me on, and I just don't check email and messages on these other apps that often. So call, text, WhatsApp, best and quickest way to get in touch with me. If I can help you out, I will. Just send me a question or something like that and I'll respond. Thanks for watching.